A massive thank you to my members from April 2025. Become a member today under the Retro Sync Lovers membership and request a video today.
All right, now it's time to get into WWE Monday Night Raw, May 6, 2002.
Yes, the first WWE show ever, really, because
Get the F out right now.
Yeah, the name has changed. They can no longer be WWF because damn animals, those damn animals.
Pandas. The
Yeah,
damn
man.
pandas won the war.
While it had been impending for some time, it is still a shock that the name World Wrestling Federation is no more. The name, first used in 1979 when Vince McMahon Jr. convinced his father to shorten it from the previous Worldwide Wrestling Federation, look how fucking good that did for you, was the worldwide symbol of pro wrestling ever since Vince McMahon expanded the company nationwide in 1984. The new name, World Wrestling Entertainment, was unveiled on 5/5 with changes in the company's website to WWE.com and all new references in every story on the site. Meltzer says some were hilarious because it wasn't as if stories were edited, but all archives did a program change from all WWF letter patterns to WWE. This does sound hilarious. The company has until 5/15 to remove all references to WWF from all their shows and merchandise. All merchandise with the WWF symbol on it can no longer be sold after that date. All video packages and posters with the references also need to be changed. In court papers a few months ago, the company stated that the rebranding would cost them in excess $50 million.
Oh my!
Because that word would cause major stock price drop. The company said it wouldn't be that expensive after announcing the change. Me when I'm lying crazy.
Dude, I remember when I was a kid, I was like, this shit doesn't even make fucking sense.
Yeah.
The World Wrestling Entertainment?
Yeah, what the fuck? This is fake?
Dude, my dad, I don't know if he knows they changed that shit at WWE.
It's still... he probably just stopped watching once
WWF? Oh, yeah, man.
He probably... WWF stopped showing up on the TV guide and I said, oh, I guess it's just not on anymore.
Dude, I
Just
bet
canceled
you
it,
that
it's done.
shit happened, too.
I'm sure.
He said
Fuck
WWE
yeah.
was like a rip-off shit.
There's fake.
He's got like Greg the Hammer in this. So yeah, get the F
good.
out, man. What do you guys think about the change? Do you guys think that's gonna work?
No, I think it's going to make me hate wrestling.
I think it sucked when it first came out. I hated it.
Dude, I was mad. I was a mad little kid. I said, fuck that.
Dude,
Fucking
yeah.
like, all my
Dude,
figure rings had WWF on it. I can't
You
change
know
the
what pissed
Fed
me off
name.
the most? It wasn't the name. It was the logo that they didn't just add another line to the bottom of the F. They just got rid of the whole F. So it's just
You know what?
WW on
I
the logo.
was also mad about that, Tony. I think I didn't even think about that. You're right.
I said, what the fuck? They couldn't just add one more line?
I've
Yeah, why
never
did-
thought about
yeah,
that.
That is right.
They
Yeah.
add another line.
Yeah,
but
just
then
make it
they
an
couldn't
E.
say get the F out.
Yeah, I guess so. Well,
you would
just
just-
don't then. Say something else.
Add a bottom line is not like
Dude, that's the
WWE,
line.
the bottom line.
That's
the bottom line.
And that's the bottom line.
holy shit.
We are cooking.
No, hold on. Austin's about to like
We all
leave.
came together. We did this.
No, Austin's fine and he's here and there's no problems with Stone Cold and Brock Lesnar's not wrestling.
Scott Hall is still employed if they would have added a line.
Dude, Plane Ride from Hell wouldn't have fucking happened if they added a line.
No, I don't think they need any more lines in the
Scott Hall,
WWE.
add the line. Give Scott Hall some lines.
No more lines, please.
Oh, okay. That's weird.
But yeah, get the F out. We start the show off. And of course, we have the theme song that everyone loves.
the drugs.
This set the stage, man. I mean, like, this was a cool-ass intro.
This is fucking awesome. This is this is tremendous. I love how all of this looks. And the show starts, the pyro is like, usually it's a wide shot. They have a camera on top of the Tron, and the pyro just explodes into the stage. I was like, wow,
They're
this is
trying
nuts.
some new stuff in this WWE era. I think that this Tron, like the stage and everything,
The
is like very
sideways,
cool.
John? Yeah, I do like that too. That was very
Yeah, I thought this was cool. And the SmackDown Fist, I think these are like legendary. I think most people agree with that.
I'll never let that go, that I think stage designs are fucking amazing. Like, listen, I get it, big screens are, easier, but damn, man, I love a good set.
Yeah, no, me too. And I think that they are really, I mean, this kind of like, this is wrestling, right? Like the rock music going into like this crazy looking set with the pyro and then all the fans going nuts in the crowd and all that.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's the coolest shit in the world. Like, I think wrestling, it's like with UFC too, you know, where it's like, I think UFC is at its most point.
Tons of sponsors.
Yeah, when it's fucking Face the Pain, you know, and it's just like that kind of stuff. And like, I still think it's good now.
It feels raw.
But yeah, it did feel raw. Sweet. We're going to get a main event tonight here on Raw. This is a very big staple of Raw at the time, too, where a lot of the Raw main events were 6-man tags.
Yeah, they love the fucking tag. If it wasn't a 6-man, it was just a regular tag. Yeah.
Yeah, so we get NWO. If you had to guess the 3 members of the NWO that are going to be in this match, you would probably never guess it.
You can name one of them, maybe. The Hogan Hall Nash, maybe? Is that what you got?
Yeah, one of the 3. Yeah, sure.
Well, it's X-Pac, Scott Hall, and Big Show. That's right. And they're facing off against the team of Stone Cold, Steve Austin, Ric Flair, and I'm going to give you 3 seconds to try to figure out who the last person here is.
Think about it. Think about it.
1, 2, it's fucking Bradshaw.
How is this possible?
Can you believe that?
They were pushing him?
I guess.
They were trying
kicking
somehow.
that NWO ass. That's what he likes to do.
Yeah, I guess he does. He loves doing that. And JR says, "Oh, World Wrestling Entertainment is live." They had like immediately started that. World Wrestling Entertainment is live on the new TNN. It sounds even like him saying that in full sounds weird.
Dude, I swear he says World Wrestling Fed. World Wrestling, is that later?
That comes up soon.
That's coming up? Okay.
Yes.
Because I clearly remember him flubbing like immediately when the show was on. And I was like, holy shit.
Very early in the first match.
JR is still wearing a WWF shirt.
Wait, is he?
Yeah, it still has the WWF logo on it. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I noticed it about the last time I saw him on the show. I said, wait a minute. What is this dude wearing right here? Yeah, he was still rocking I guess they hadn't got him done up yet, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. He's about to cost them $50 million billion.
Jamie Kellner's coming back from Super Hell, and it's over.
Set him on fire. Yeah, Lawler says, can you imagine that, JR? We're getting the F out. Anyway, what is a way to start? Puppies! Holy fucking shit,
He is
dude.
super annoying in this episode. I hate him in this episode.
It's like, it was like, they told him he had to ramp it up even more for this one for some reason. They got
more
really
entertainment. More entertainment tonight, please.
Even worse of a bastard.
They told him that, like, we have to prove that we're still hardcore WWF, even when...
The attitude hasn't left.
Yeah, so we're going to kick off this...
Didn't they say same attitude, new name or something?
That's exactly
like
that.
that.
That's exactly
is.
what it is. Yeah.
So we start off with Trish Stratus versus Jazz for the WWE Women's Championship.
Now, how far into this match did you realize this was a no DQ match? Because I don't remember them saying that ever.
I knew it right away.
Did you?
They said no DQ.
Did they? Okay,
I think
must
Jerry
have missed
Lawler
it.
This is no DQ, puppies.
Maybe that's why I was trying to fucking zone his ass out. Maybe because he said something, and I think after that I zoned out because Trish is coming out, and Lawler says, "Hey, JR, what do you think her measurements are?" I'd say 36, 26, and 36. Ho!
Dude, that's why I go, stop! Please! It's just the beginning of the show. You're already annoying.
Immediately. Steven Richards is, by the way, with Jazz, who is the hardcore champion. Jazz is the women's champion. This is a no DQ match. I still don't really know why.
Steven Richards with hair.
With hair and blue pants.
Yeah, this is crazy looking.
Last week, Bubba went to put Steven Richards through a table in a hardcore title match, but Jazz fucking annihilated Bubba with a pizza spatula. I don't know.
Dude,
I don't used a big pizza thing on Bubba.
Yeah, okay,
Stone oven pizza spatula.
Is that what you wrote?
Yeah, I wrote stone oven pizza spatula.
Okay, because I was coming into the show prepared to ask you, what the fuck is this thing called?
I thought it was a
think
shovel.
of the name of it, but I knew what it was. I knew it. I couldn't think of the name of it. Big pizza thing.
I also thought it was a shovel. Is pizza spatula correct?
Stone oven pizza spatula?
That's how you take
That was
the pizza.
very
yeah, the
specific,
big ass
James.
pizza. No, those are. He is right though. That is for like stone ovens only though.
It's called a pizza peel.
No, it's not. It's a pizza spatula.
It's called a pizza peel.
You're a piece of shit.
Yeah! 36, 26.
Ah!
Hike.
She. She fucking annihilates Bubba with the goddamn pizza peel right in there. And then
Get the F out with pizza peel.
Sorry. Steven Richards brains Bubba with a guitar and then wins or retains the hardcore title. I forget what one it was. And then Jazz and Steven Richards run away to a car where Steven gets shoved out of the driver's seat because Jazz is driving and Steven Richards is just yelling, I'm hardcore! I'm hardcore!
Do you remember the pizza guy?
Tony Pizza Guy.
Oh shit! Yeah,
I remember him.
yeah. You know the pizza,
about
like the pizza wrestler.
Oh, Luigi Primo, yeah.
Please tell me
Luigi
he used a
Primo, yeah.
pizza peel to beat somebody's ass.
He must have at least once,
Yeah,
right?
he just flips dough. That's all he did. He just threw dough.
What a shitty gimmick, then.
He just didn't go to the doctor.
He just eats pizza. All right, buddy. Inject me with 20 fucking injections of that pizza sandwich.
A big stick of pepperoni.
Sir, you need a COVID vaccination.
Inject me with some awesome sauce.
Injected. Wow, that's some mace balls.
Are we talking about Luigi Primo?
I don't know. Who the fuck are you talking about? I'm talking about you, pizza guy.
Pizza peel. Dude, if he was like the Jeff Jarrett of making pizzas and used it like a tongue, that'd be awesome.
Jeff Jarrett making pizzas?
Get a load of that, slap nuts, and hit him with a pizza peel.
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. Wow.
He's got to put powder. He's got to put like the powder in there, so it's like the.
What,
guitar.
like the dough juice?
So he hit us with the pizza peel.
Dude,
Yeah, dude, you're
Double
just
jam making pizzas.
Jeff Jarrett making pizzas.
The summer of no worries, you know?
I'm the chosen one.
You know? I'm gonna stuff your crust. Slap nuts.
Dude, so Trish is facing Jazz.
Yes.
And dude, Jazz is like one of my favorite wrestlers ever, I think.
Jazz is awesome, by the
She
way.
was awesome. She had done way more in WWE. I think
She
Yeah,
had a
dude.
move called the bitch clamp.
Dude, I was just about to say they should have kept that.
Yeah,
Why
what
didn't
was
they?
it called here? Jazz Stinger?
Jazz Stinger.
Oh, I thought, is the Jazz Stinger something else, or is that the
The Jazz Stinger is
double
the
underhook
X Factor, right?
Yeah, but the bitch clamp was the hold 'em
Oh,
up.
she does that later in the match. It just isn't called anything.
Oh, that's corny.
Yeah.
They should have called it the Mamma Mia pizza move.
The crazy bread.
I like gave up on that halfway through.
I appreciate the thought, though. There was
Yeah.
something there.
Sorry, man.
There was something
it's too
there.
Much. It's too much.
No, you're good. You're good.
You had some.
Yeah, I was cooking for like 3 words.
That is awesome sauce. Oh.
Yeah, it's amazeballs. So Jazz is. So yeah, Trish comes out the gate in this one, running sunset flip. I don't know if I've ever seen something like this.
Well, they called that a junior power bomb.
That's what I
That's
meant
a
to call
junior
it.
power bomb.
And the crowd responds with, "We want puppies."
This is good for everybody, man.
Same attitude, different name. I love
Yeah,
it.
man. Immediately, they do one move. We want puppies. All right, fucking hell.
Show me your fucking tiger.
Show me your
Dude,
bananas.
I hear you. I'm with you on the halfway there.
Yeah, you were
Chris.
3 words in, Tony, and it was.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Show me your awesome sauce. Yeah.
Steven Richards distracts the ref on a roll up, which allows Jazz to cut Trish off here because she's getting a little too
Fucking annihilates her.
Yeah, Jazz is going to get her heat too. Jazz hits 2 double underhook suplexes in a row.
Then she does the bitch clamp.
The bitch clamp. It's a cool move, man. I think that's a cool move. Of course, a lot of people will later on use it as the glam slam.
Glam slam.
But she just
gated,
kind of holds
hook
you
and
up.
ladder.
Yeah, the hook and ladder. Yeah, I think it's cooler like if you hold them up and then submit them that way. You know, like let go of me type shit.
Yeah, that is cool. Yeah.
Or if you just grab him, slam him on the fucking ground face first, cat on
Spike
mutilation.
him,
Just,
fucking
just go nuts. JML driver with double underhook, then fucking go.
Yeah, that's
Type
pretty much
shit.
what she
That'd
did
be
here.
cool.
Yeah.
Trish has 1 kick out, and she goes to it 100 times. Her
Yeah.
1 kick out is arms straight up in the air, Evil Dead style.
It's like fencing.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's the first minute or 10 minutes in, it's going to be one stick up her arm. Trish then just fucking gets back up and hits the chick kick out of nowhere in the Stratusfaction to win.
Chick kick is different here than what everyone would come to know it as. This is like she does like a bicycle kick kind of, but the side, I don't know how to describe it. She like bicycle kick motion, but she ends up kicking the side of your head instead of in front of you.
You know what? It's kind of like a super kick almost, but a little bit different. It's fucking crazy because there's like 4 different people that do a super kick in this one segment.
You're right, and they all show up.
They all show up. It's like they knew to come here.
Yeah.
So yeah, chick kick Stratusfaction goes for the pin. Steven Richards with the hair pulls the ref out.
Son of a bitch.
Steven Richards locks and loads the Steven kick and kicks the dog shit out of Trish Stratus.
He sends her to super hell. He fucking annihilates her with the Steven kick.
And here's the reason why it's no disqualification, because Jazz then just pins Trish and wins.
Yeah. They don't use any weapons, do any bullshit. Why is the ref caring that Steven Richards was on the apron if it's no DQ?
Oh my god, earlier, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, who cares?
Well, he's probably just like pissed off at this dude. Get the fuck out of here with the hair.
Yeah, fuck you, look at your
Yeah, so Jazz pins Trish to retain. And then all of a sudden you see a trash can get thrown in the ring from off camera.
Dude, yeah, Steven is like looking shocked towards the ramp. You can't see anything. You just see a trash can fly at his head.
So Bubba comes in because it is still currently the 24/7 hardcore title.
Right.
And Bubba, of course, wants to win that title.
It was nice of him to wait till after this match to do that.
Yeah, it was very nice of him. He comes in to win the hardcore title. He hits the Bubba combo on Steven and Jazz.
The elbow, yeah.
And he grabs the table from the outside.
Well, just before he said, Bubba, get the tables, of course, because Devon
Dude, I think Jared says, I think you should have Bubba get the table.
Devon is, I guess, preacher gimmick at this point on SmackDown.
So Steven goes for the Steven kick, but Bubba stops him and then hits a Bubba bomb in front of the table that he set up to win the hardcore title. I was like, well, that's a little weird. Why would he do that?
I was definitely anticipating Bubba doing ass first Bubba bomb Stevie through only through the table, which probably would have ruined his life.
For some reason in my head, he like vertically jumps high enough to make it like I don't know why.
Wow.
Like the time Billy Gunn did it through the table that one time.
He just jumps up straight. Yeah, I don't.
Did we watch that episode that he does that on?
Yeah, we did. We saw that episode of
Okay,
Billy Gunn jumping
breaks
up.
his arm doing that. I don't know if we remember that part.
I don't think we remember that.
What?
No, but
Yeah.
He does the famous one with Bubba bent over on top of it and breaks his arm.
That sucks.
Yeah,
I love
it does
Bubba
suck.
jumping up doing the Bubba bomb though. That's awesome.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that visual. That's good.
So Jazz then goes to hit Bubba with the trash can lid, but Bubba sees her and she stops. Then Bubba goes to grab Jazz,
Yes.
but Raven comes in and hits Bubba as hard as he can with a trash can lid.
Dude, so fucking hard. Then hits, of course,
The Raven effect.
whatever, bitch.
Hey, I'm
They didn't
technically
even call
right.
it. They didn't even call it.
Yeah, because they're probably, who the hell is this fucking homeless dude in the ring?
What the hell is going on here?
Oh my god, homeless Jimmy won the title.
Holy shit! I just saw him go off the Ryder truck and turn him into death. It's fucking homeless Jimmy.
Dude, JR calling a homeless Jimmy anything would be crazy.
JR calling one tournament of death would fucking really have changed my life more than
You
it
can
already
still
has.
do it.
Dude, I think we should do it.
Yeah, we will. We'll call it Tournament of Ross. That'd be crazy.
Why?
Oh, I don't know. Just, from a man here. So
well,
he hits
Raven
the
wins
Raven
Hardcore title.
effect. Yeah, and he fucking, he just wins it. But wait a minute.
Oh my.
Dude, just incredible.
What was it? A litany of who gives a fuck.
All the stars are here. Just incredible. He hits the Justin kick and he wins the title.
Justin King.
And Crash Holly's here and he hits the top rope crash kick and he wins the title.
Dude, when Justin Credible wins the title, Lillian announces him as the winner and is laughing as she does so. That's how absurd this
Yeah,
is.
me too.
Yeah,
Brand new WWE Justin Credible.
Crash Holly comes in, missile dropkick off the top, wins the hardcore title. Then him and Bubba Dudley back into each other. They turn around, stare at each other. Crash shoves him on the chest and says, Bubba, get the tables. And then Bubba bashes a trash can
Yeah,
into
who are
his
you
head.
talking to, buddy?
Crash bumps, and then Trish pins Crash and wins the hardcore title.
And then Bubba just fucking grabs Trish. I was like, wow, this is crazy. Went right for it.
Please remember this part, that Bubba grips her up by the hair. He's going to annihilate her now.
And then Jazz grabs a fire extinguisher and then points it at both of them. And I was like, please, God, tell me she knows how to use this. I was like, please don't blow this.
Yeah, I thought she fucked it up, honestly.
I feel like it's a 50-50 shot when wrestlers use a fire extinguisher.
Yeah,
Not many
it
people
is.
have used one in real life like that before, so you got to pull the pin and la la la.
Sure, yeah,
And
yeah.
anyways, Jazz ends up spraying the fire extinguisher in fucking Bubba's face.
Ah.
He's blind.
He's blinded by the fire extinguisher juice.
That is crazy, dude. And he is, and he's super blinded. Bubba then grabs Trish, who
Because
he
he's blind.
already grabbed,
Yes.
and then power bombs her ass through the table.
Somehow blind able to find the table.
So Steven Richards then very slyly climbs back in and pins Trish on the table to win the hardcore title back.
When he does it, they say on commentary, "Oh, he probably thought that was Jazz." Like, how do you know what's going on here? You don't know what he's thinking. He
No,
thought that
come
was
on,
Jazz the whole time.
Of course he thought it was Jack, because he can finally see because he rubs water in his eyes instead of.
You guys
Sure how that
ever
works.
seen Dude, Where's My Car with the blind kids in the park and the people come
Oh,
by?
yeah, yeah.
And he's
He's been
like,
feeling
I have to
titties."
feel your face. Yeah, he feels your titties.
What is that, Bubba? Is
I
that what you're
can't
saying?
see.
What a good movie.
So Bubba washes his eyes out with water by rubbing it in as hard as he can.
He poured his hands
Which is not how
all
that's
over his
supposed to
fucking
work.
face.
Oh, now I
Yeah.
can see. Yeah.
Yeah, so
good.
he washes out and he sees Trish through the table. And then Bubba grabs Trish and helps her out.
Yeah, he's upset. He's upset when he finds out he put Trish through the table. I just watched you grip her up crazy.
Use
You
the
were about
back
to
of
put
her
her through the
head.
table anyway.
Dude, then JR gets on commentary and lies. Oh, he's just doing the right thing now because he knew he put the wrong lady through the
Yeah,
table.
of course. And then he also says, well, in any event,
Steven Richard is once again the hardcore champion. Damn it.
That's the right way to call that, too. So X-Pac in cane mask, Scott Hall in a regular shirt, and Big Show with black hair.
dude, he is
big black
just
beard.
he is just fermented out insanely
No,
here.
no,
This
that's
is the
not
true
true.
NWO right here, man.
This is the NWO I grew up on.
Shawn Michaels with hat, Booker T with pants.
Face paint.
Yeah, they're all here. So X-Pac in cane mask, which is very fucking funny, by the way.
Did you buy that figure? Because they made one.
No, I don't think I did.
Yeah, all right. That's we gotta come on. You need
Yeah.
that for the shelf.
Yeah, you're right. I do need that for the shelf. So Scott Hall is out here, like I mentioned, regular shirt. I think every time I've ever seen him in the NWO shirt, it's cut off sleeves or like the way the Big Show's wearing it currently. So like seeing
Yeah.
him with just fucking regular cut shirt.
Tucked in.
They must have told his ass, look, you're done after this show. Like, I
You're
don't know
fucking
what to
fired.
tell
I
you.
smell it. I smell whatever you're doing on you right now.
Big Show out here, like you said, crazy dye job. But he had to
unbelievable.
because he's in the NWO black and white.
So am I supposed to think that Big Show is the leader of this group currently?
Looks like it to me.
It feels like that's what they're trying to make it feel like, but like he just looks like a big ass baby.
But don't worry, Kevin Nash will come later.
Yeah, it's all spoilers.
Oh, sorry about that. I guess when did Big Show
Wait, why did
just,
that happen? I gotta. All right, never mind.
We'll talk about that later. I
Oh my
thought the
God,
same thing,
why
Johnny.
did that happen?
I didn't think about that just now.
I didn't either. Wow.
Yeah,
what
okay.
the fuck? Okay, yeah, I guess we'll talk about that later. I guess Big Show just joined the NWO?
Yeah, I think like last.
It was like
week?
2 weeks ago.
2
It was
weeks ago. Yes.
They show a video of it here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Big
he
Show.
choke slammed Stone Cold, I think.
Big Show says, "Listen up. I know you little people out there."
Dude, his motive here is that he's big and hungry.
Legit is what it is. Like, not even us fucking around. He's big and everyone else is little. Yeah, you small people, your small attention spans. He says, "Shut up, footage." And they showed 2 weeks ago, Austin and Big Show are facing X-Pac and Scott Hall. X-Pac and Scott Hall do a beg-off spot, and then Big Show turns around and goozles Austin and showstoppers
They're
him.
having a mid-off. What you mean?
So yeah, Big Show joined 2 weeks ago. Big Show says, is there anything more beautiful than that? And since that happened, all you little fans, because you're small and I'm big, have asked me why would I do that to Stone Cold? And then the crowd is giving him the what treatment. And Big Show says, you say what and I'll break every one of you in half. What?
Yeah, they just did even louder.
No, they didn't give a fuck. Dude, he says, I'll break every one of you in half. And Lawler says, oh, that's going to take a while.
Oh, fuck you.
Big Show says, 2 years ago, I was in the main event of WrestleMania. And you know what I was doing this year? I was in a restaurant. I was hungry.
Oh my god, I'm so hungry.
Let's forget about WrestleMania 2000 main event, can we? Can we forget about that one?
Horrible show. Horrible match.
Why did you bring that up, Big Show? Why?
But we
Why?
talked about this, where it was like you could win eating with Big Show at a restaurant in New York.
Yeah, you're right.
That was this.
I forgot about that. Wow, that was.
I was in a
Joey
restaurant.
Chestnut out eating the shit out of Big Show. Don't let my man in.
Joey Chestnut. He was picking WCW winners. Fuck you, man.
That's crazy, man.
Big Show says, yeah, I was picking up your ugly kids trying to pretend to have a good time. And what's the common denominator?
Oh, man, what the
Well,
fuck?
2 years ago, Austin was hurt and I was in the main event. And now Austin's back and where am I? Last pay-per-view, instead of being in the main event, I'm in a preliminary match on Heat.
What's
Damn,
wrong with
man.
the preliminary matches?
Yeah, man, come on, man. I mean, a lot of people watched Heat at that time, I imagine, right?
Nah.
Oh, all right. Come on, it was
That
Heat
old
and then
Jack
Tough Enough. It was
Velocity.
the block.
The block? Oh, shit. Yeah, I was watching
Yeah,
that. Never
dude,
mind.
in the block, yeah.
Yeah, I do that.
Well, Big Show says, now there's no stopping me. I am a real-life 7-foot, 500-pound, fire-breathing, walking, talking, pissed-off giant.
And I'm hungry.
And the dye is seeping out of my fucking pores right
Dude,
now.
how awesome would that be if he just had black dye just seeping down his forehead in the middle of his promo?
That'd be hilarious.
That would have really tied it together here.
Oh, I was gonna say, it would look like Ultimate Warrior with Papa Shango when the black dude
With the
comes down
juice?
his
Juice, yeah, just coming out of his head.
What is this?
Big Show just starts talking.
Big Show says, you think this is bad? No, this works out great. The NWO gets a little supercharge. Basically, what I'm trying to say is the NWO just got bigger. Dude, we get it, you big fucking
All you
freak.
small people with your small brains. I am
I'm
the biggest.
big.
He should have said, you think this is bad? Yeah. It's about to get a whole lot worse. Please, God,
Oh,
no.
no.
Stop.
Well, Big Show says, like Stone Cold puts it, the bottom line is the bottom line. The bottom line.
Oh,
Let's
the
go.
bottom line. You're
The
right.
F, the bottom line. Get
There's
the E in.
nothing. Well, there's nothing you or Ric Flair can do about it. Well, Ric Flair comes out to do something about it. Ric Flair is the owner of Raw, by the way.
The consortium.
The consortium, yeah, we're partners. X-Pac, by the way, this entire promo is wearing the Kane mask.
Dude, there's a fucking fantastic moment where the hard cam shows Big Show talking, and then X-Pac is standing right beside him, and all you can see is his head. It's just the little
Just
Kane
looking up
mask.
at you.
He's like 4 foot tall.
That is so fucking funny, man.
It is funny.
I love X-Pac. I think
Yeah,
X-Pac
dude.
is sweet.
Yeah, me too.
Well, Ric Flair's out here. There's a big sign that says "Whoo." I don't know why. Forever people put an H in "Woo." I don't understand.
Yeah, me
Why
neither. Yeah, they
why
did
the
that for a
fuck?
while.
That's a word.
Ooh, it's got a
Yeah.
woo.
Well, Ric Flair says, "Is that what this is all about? Is that why you're out here crying because you weren't at WrestleMania?" He says, "If I was as big as you, I wish I was. I wish I was as tall as you. I wish I had the gifts God gave you. But I'm a 16-time world champion. I didn't whine or cry. I went out and worked my ass off. And if you got a problem with your position on Raw, then look in a 7-foot mirror."
Damn.
That is fucking
I
funny
grabbed
as
my
fuck.
fuck you, man.
As far as the NWO goes, well, I apologize, guys. Last week, X-Pac, I counted what I saw. But you know what? If you don't like it, that's tough shit.
Oh my, they were cursing a lot on this episode.
They were, yeah.
Hulk
Well, they
Hogan
got
had a lot of
attitude.
curse words to say.
Hulk Hogan is unbelievable.
I don't even know if Hulk
Hogan
Hogan knew he was being recorded. He was
filmed,
just
yeah.
firing off curse
He
words.
definitely didn't think it was live.
Yeah, he thought he was on SmackDown.
Flair says, "I like Austin, and I don't like you guys at all." Wow.
I don't like you guys. And Big
I
Show,
love Stone Cold. He's
Big
my
Show
friend.
little.
Yeah, Big Show's big, and I hate him, and I hate the NWO, and I love Stone Cold Steve Austin, everybody.
The
I love
motive and writing here is so fucking
Yeah.
stilted. It's fucking awful.
him. And as much as Bradshaw and Austin should have, have you all alone, that's not going to happen. They're going to have the three of you I don't know why Flair kept like this whole time kept cutting himself on by going.
Because he forgot who was in the match.
Maybe. Oh, is that what it was? Yeah, Bradshaw and Austin.
And
not
me.
gonna happen.
Oh yeah, he goes, and me. Ric
Yeah,
Flair.
the NWO versus Bradshaw, the Nature Boy, woo, and Stone Cold Steve Austin, woo. And Scott Hall gets on the mic and says, "Hey yo," shocking.
That's all I need to hear.
Yeah, well, he says, "Let me get this right, Flair. That's your big news. That's your surprise." I don't remember him coming out here saying he had a surprise. But.
No, he didn't. He did not. And also, by the way, not a surprise. It was already announced at the top of the show.
It was
that Flair
announced
was
at
in
the
the match.
very top of the show. TNA
I think it was
style.
announced. It was last week. They probably announced it too. Like, yeah, this match is happening next week.
It was announced with graphic, and they talked about the whole show. And Ric Flair said, "I do not know what the match is. I'll be honest with you."
Who is Bradshaw?
I run the show. I don't know what's going on.
And Scott Hall is unbelievably drunk here, so I can't really blame him.
He's
as well.
fine. He just took a nap. He just got up.
He's just a little sleepy. That's it.
Okay, fair enough. Well, Hall says the NWO has a surprise for you and all of you, and it's going to happen in this very ring, and it's going to change the history of this company forever. Yeah, I don't fucking think so,
Yeah, that's
pal.
exactly what happens.
Yeah, your history gets changed right after this night.
You are history, pal.
He shows it in TNA in a stripper shirt.
Which is tremendous, by the way, and great theme song.
NWO, by the way, they all have their own traits.
Oh?
Big Show, he's hungry. Scott Hall, he's sleepy. And X-Pac is on fire. See, they're cooking with this, man.
Well, they have to add more, I guess.
Well, we have William Regal versus Spike Dudley up next.
European title on the line.
So Spike retained the European title at Insurrection.
Yeah, we had a great time there.
Yeah, nothing bad happened.
I bet.
Dude, yeah, not at all. Let's not fucking talk about that. And yeah, JR says we were in Mr. Regal's home country and we had a great time in Insurrection. And I don't know why. I understand that he just is there to be a fucking soundboard, but JR says, "Oh, we had a great time in Insurrection," and Lawler just out of nowhere goes, "Ah!" All right.
This past Saturday, King, on Sky Box Office, there's a look at Parliament.
So Spike tweaked his ankle in the match. That was the match story.
Yeah, he went for a Dudley dog and got countered, and he landed on his ankle, and he got fucked up after.
Yeah, and Regal attacked him from behind, get some heat. Spike actually ended up rolling Regal up to retain the title at Insurrection.
Retain the title in England over Regal.
And then Regal used the power of the punch and beat the shit out of him.
What a great gimmick.
Dude, it's got to be one of the best gimmicks ever.
When they did the gimmick where like he would have to like hide it in different spots, like hide it in his knee pad or he hide it like up his ass or
Oh, yeah,
whatever.
that was awesome. The ref would check him before the match, and then
Yeah,
he'd still have it somehow.
He'd have like
Two.
40 of them, yeah.
He would give one to Kurt when he was
that
teaming with
was
him.
awesome.
You
Yeah,
all
that
did.
And then
was
take it back. Yeah, dude, that was awesome. I
Yeah,
They
love
were like
that.
real brass knucks instead of like the tape they use. They did tape for a while for brass knucks. But
Oh
he had, like,
yeah, I
real
forgot about
knucks.
the taped ones. Yeah,
He had real knucks. It was awesome.
that was a shoot.
I love gimmicks like that.
Me too.
Especially when it comes to weekly television stuff. Like, I think that's like
Yeah,
the
of
perfect
course.
place for that kind of stuff. So Spike is still hurt from that match. Of course, his ankle still hurts. I'm sure taking the plane ride home didn't make it any better.
What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say that plane ride was probably the worst experience of Spike's life.
No, it's fine, dude. It was just, fucking Kurt Hennig ankle picking him for an hour.
So William Regal cuts a promo and says that he says that Spike signed on for a title match before he was hurt.
Okay, how is that possible? So they had already agreed to a title match on Raw before their title match at the pay-per-view?
He must have said like, if either way, we'll just face again. But like, yeah, it's dumb either way.
I need to get this out of my head. If they had opened the door on the airplane, Spike Dudley would have been probably the first guy they threw out of it.
Now, why would that be Spike?
I don't know. That feels right to me. Who
Spike-
else would go?
I don't know.
Dude, I'd throw Jerry Lawler off right now. He'd be the first one to go.
Well, I just think,
Jerry. Tony would have commandeered the plane.
we got to take Jerry Lawler out now. But yeah, that doesn't make any sense. I don't know how they fucking did that.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Sorry.
You're right. And
No, you're good.
no, this shit's dumb anyways. Yeah, I thought that was stupid. You could just not said that.
Yeah, why?
Yeah, they
Like,
should have never said that. But I guess like they had to have a reason for him. Like he's injured, so why is he wrestling?
it could have
again?
just been he
But-
has heart. He has heart, and he wants to defend his title. His title means a lot to him.
No, shut up, Johnny. That makes too much sense.
Oh, that's all right.
So Regal then calls this dude like a Nighthawk or something.
Okay, I wrote shite dog.
Do you understand me, you foul, filthy, disgusting little shite dog?
I don't know. Yeah, he
That's
says
British slang, of course.
he said if I'm gonna give you a chance to forfeit this match because if you don't, you miserable little toe rag, the thrashing I give to you this past weekend will seem like I walk in the bloody park, sunshine. Do you understand me, you foul, filthy, disgusting little shite dog?
So Spike says, maybe I am a Nighthawk.
Step forward with your left foot.
Spike says, maybe you're right, man. Maybe I should just drop the belt.
My ankle hurts.
I'm really injured.
Help.
But then he just punches Regal.
Yeah, he punches him in the head. European title on the line. To surprise of none, William Regal immediately attacks his ankle, body slams him legs first into the ropes, and then puts him in a single leg Boston Crab and steps on his fucking head.
Like Boston Crab the long way.
Yeah, dude, this is like Spike Dudley is almost 12-6. This is crazy looking, and like Spike taps out. Why the fuck didn't you just have William Regal win the title in Europe?
Because fucking WWF is always like that.
I guess so, yeah.
But this is WWE. Things are different.
Yeah, get the E. Get entertained, pussy. 12-6 single leg.
12-6 is crazy.
He was stepping on his head.
Yeah, he stepped on his head. Dude, I love wrestling like this where it's like, oh, my leg hurts. And then in 45 seconds, he attacks your leg and then stands on your head.
Ah, shucks.
Yeah, it's like, damn. Yeah.
How the fuck did this happen to me?
So, yeah.
They
Regal,
threw me out of a plane.
Dude, he's going. Get his ass out of here.
Yeah, so, man, Regal's the new European champ. He throws up the Nigel McGuinness. That was crazy.
Dude, he does. Yeah.
Then he waves like Batista.
I love you. Goodbye.
I understand, and I quit.
That is all timer.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Regal takes the mic and he says, I would like to take a moment for my victory to declare myself as the greatest European champion of all time. And JR says, oh, my granny used to say, self-brag, half scandal. And Lola says, what? I still don't know what that fucking means. And what is a shite dog?
Dude, give me one of them Nighthawk.
And what do you brobs tell us what the fuck this freak said?
So Regal attacks Spike on the ramp after the match and then locks him in the single leg crab the long way.
Dude, everything that happens here had me fucking cracking up laughing.
It's
Yeah.
my favorite match of the show.
Dude, it's unbelievable. The refs try to help Spike to the back. Regal gloms him from behind, takes his leg out. Then he drags Spike by his ankle all the way back to the ring. He throws him in the ring and then puts him with a 12-6 single leg. And then all of a sudden, fucking D'Lo Brown shows up.
Dude, absolutely no pop at all.
I was like, what year are we in that no one gives a fuck about D'Lo? I said, it's only 02. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Dude.
wasn't he the king of Europe or something too?
He was, but we're not in Europe anymore, sadly.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
But yeah, D'Lo comes out, make the save, hits fucking Regal with the sky high, and no one cares.
No one cares once.
Yeah, man.
I was surprised
Wow.
at the anti-pop. I said, damn, man.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. That sucks.
So we go backstage. Ric Flair is with Arn Anderson.
Yeah, Flair's taking his knee pads and his boots out of his gear bag. Arn Anderson in striped shirt as usual. And
I thought Arn Anderson looked good here. I always thought he looked good in the WWE.
he did look good. He just fucking never wrestled here for some reason.
Because his neck was
Yeah,
blown
his
up.
shit was all fucked. Yeah, well, come on now. Spike Dudley just wrestled with a broken ankle.
Bryan Danielson wrestled Okada 40 times or something. Yeah,
Shibata had his brain taken out.
Dude, yeah, live.
I mean, what? Come on now. Well, Flair says, did I hear the NWO go out there on my show and say they got a surprise? Dude, who has the fucking surprises around here, man? Who? Enough about the
Bradshaw.
surprises. I guess so. Well, Flair says, well, I'm Ric Flair. Ric Flair says, I'm Ric Flair.
He's right.
He nailed it. And if there's any surprises tonight, I want to know about it. I'm going to the dressing room. And Arn says, you're the boss. And Lawler says, what? Why
Dude,
does he keep saying what?
Arn Anderson hits the best Arn Anderson poses ever. We get the arms cross Arn Anderson.
Oh, hell yeah.
And
all of them.
hands on hips as well.
Hands on hips is nuts, dude. He looks so good here, man.
He does look good.
That's a
the
beast.
stripes make him look even bigger.
Yeah, he's a wrestler's wrestler, man.
Yeah, I like it.
And his last match had David Flair in it.
I mean, you know, and David Flair could have been a big deal.
Arn Anderson should have went to the XWF.
Dude, wow.
Greg
And
Hammer.
he should have beat Greg Hammer half to death in the hallway.
He should have beaten Greg Hammer with hammers.
And that thing wiggled his ass.
Yeah. Greg, me and the rest of the Four Horsemen are going to kill you with hammers.
Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Totally with hammers? Man, that's awesome.
Only with hammers? Holy fuck.
Holy and totally.
Oh my god, JJ Dillon's got hammers.
God, Harry's killing Greg Hammer. Holy shit, totally and only got the hammers.
The Four Horsemen are beating Greg Hammer to death with hammers. All right, so we go to a pre-tape. Dude, this is a legendary
This is
segment.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is unbelievable, man.
Booker T walks into 7-Eleven and says, oh, thank heaven, 7-Eleven.
Is that their catchphrase? Because it definitely
It
should be.
is.
If it's not, is
It
it really?
is.
This
Yeah.
is the cleanest 7-Eleven in America I've ever seen.
Dude,
I
this
had to
is...
classify because in Japan, they're awesome.
And they had all the cups and all the Slurpee machines were working, and like, yeah, everything
Yeah,
was
that
great
never
here.
happens anywhere. Yeah,
No. Yeah, Booker says, glad the coast is clear, finally. He goes up to the cashier and says, yo, dog, you seen this gold freak coming here, man? You've been stalking me all week, man. Can't get rid of him. The cashier says, no, I think I remember
Cashier's
if I...
IRS.
Dude, okay, I thought
No,
it was.
I think it's IRS, but I
fucking-
swear it looks
Dude,
like it.
That's what I thought too.
I swear I thought the same thing, too. I didn't write it down, but I fucking was like, is this fucking IRS?
It looked like him, I'll be honest.
Yeah, he says, I think I remember if I saw him. And Booker says, yeah, you would, wouldn't you? Where are your Slurpees at, dog? Yeah, I got to get my good luck pre-ritual Slurpee on.
Dude,
yeah.
he just started coming up with words. I gotta get my good luck pre-ritual Slurpee on.
Yeah, it's all good. And he walks up to the cup and says, man, what is this? And there's this kid there. He says, yo, what's up, kid? Oh, the Booker T cups. Y'all looking for one? Get out of here.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Shoos the
already.
kids away. He's looking at the cups and he's looking through the cups. He says, Hardee's, RVD, The Rock, you all sold out of the Booker T cups or what? He yelling at across the store.
You must be
You saw the Booker T
suckers.
cups?
Dude, all this stuff has WWF branding on it, by the way. Bad
Yeah,
timing.
the Slurpee
on that.
machine does too. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it did. You're right. Wow.
This is the nicest Slurpee machine I have ever fucking seen ever.
He gets it, the Slurpee in a record time, by the way, this pour.
Dude, no extra juice or nothing. It
Yeah.
just is full Slurpee
It's
straight to the
soup.
cup.
I said, wow, that's unbelievable.
That's some 2002 shit, because that shit, it does not work like that
no,
anymore.
no, it does not. You're getting a lot of the Rocket League Slurpee. You're getting Drip City, bitch. You're getting half
for
juice.
real.
He sees an RVD like standee there. And he starts talking to it. And he says, RVD, you looking real tough right now, huh? Won't be looking real tough when I'm kicking your punk ass. Then he tries to make the RVD standee flinch. And then he says, don't be scared.
I love Booker T.
He's the best. He starts drinking the Slurpee. He says, man, that's good. And he walks up in the line. He says, yo, you're in line, dog. And then Goldust wearing, I believe, New York Knicks jersey, backwards visor, a pair of headphones around his neck with gold chain, turns around. He goes, and Booker looks him in the face and says, oh, hell no, man, I'm calling the police.
Dude, that's so awesome.
Yeah, Goldust says, no, please wait, I'm sorry. Listen, I'm sorry for this elaborate disguise, but this is the only way I can talk to you. I followed you from your hotel. Booker says, followed me? And Goldust says, yes, I'm sorry about last week. Says it'll never happen again, and if only you and I remained a team. But tonight you're with Eddie Guerrero. You know, what gives? Booker looks him right in the face and says, hey, man, you're some kind of freak. You're some kind of creep, and I don't like it, man.
Dude,
Goldust
Goldust
says-
is standing here with a hot dog in his hand with mustard on it.
Yeah, if they're in line. No, they did not get out of line here. Goldust says, I'm not a creep. It's just all about mind games, Book. You know, psychological. That's what makes us undefeated. Now, let's go talk things through. And Booker starts to, he's with it. He says, you might be right, but let's talk about it later. I gotta go. And Goldust says, wait, one more thing. He gets real close to him. He says, if you would just allow me to have a drink of your Slurpee, I'll give you a bite of my wiener.
Back up off me. It's over.
Back the hell up. It's over between us. And Goldust says, Book, wait, come on. Dude, and then he takes the biggest bite of this fucking hot dog. Just unbelievable.
Dude, no mustard on the lip either. That's hard.
No, yeah, that's crazy, dude. And
he unhinged the jaw Shaggy style. Booker T and Goldust is like one of my favorite teams ever, man.
How good is it?
I don't give a fuck about the matches, man. I'll be honest
with you. I remember every backstage seg they ever had.
Yeah, me too, man.
They're all legendary.
Booker T is good at just fucking talking. Like, I'm not even like he's not even cutting a promo.
Funny. No,
yeah, he's just funny. He just talks and he's a funny dude. And
I don't know how he doesn't like break, because these are hilarious.
I wonder how many takes this took.
Probably for Booker, just one. Honestly, like
it seemed
nuts.
like a one take. Yeah, because I mean, like you had to do a lot. There's no cutting. You had to walk over here and then do this and then walk back over here. And Goldust is
it was all
there
one
with
shot
a hot dog the whole time.
With gold chain.
Yeah, that's crazy.
His elaborate disguise.
So it shows a pre-tape here. It shows at Insurrection, Brock Lesnar and Sean Stasiac were teaming up. Is that right?
Which is fucking crazy. Yes, that's right. That is England's finest team. His name is Planet Stasiac.
That's not his fucking name. They just keep
his name
calling
is
him
Planet
that.
Stasiac.
No,
That's his name. That is his official name.
it's fucking Sean Stasiac.
No, it's Planet Stasiac. That's
He's
his name.
from Planet Stasiac. They keep calling him that. They call him
No, his name is Planet Stasiac.
He's Planet
they
Stasiac
announced him
from
as-
Planet Stasiac.
Paul Heyman was like dedicated to calling that. This is Planet Stasiac.
That was his fucking angle, probably. But yeah, at Insurrection, he was teaming with. He's meant to team with Brock against the Hardys, and backstage, Heyman is fucking running him down, saying, "Stand on the apron and let Brock do all the work. Stay on the ring and stay on Planet Stasiac." Well, Planet Stasiac ran down to the ring.
It's Royal Rumble style.
Got in the match. Yeah, blew by Heyman, got in the match, and then lost the match. And then after the match, Brock spine busted him to hell, and then did a victory lap power bomb to him, which is fucking crazy looking. It's in the games.
Oh my god, yeah, dude, like that's not even like a spinning, dude. Victory lap power
running
bomb
around
is such a good way to call that, by the way.
Yes,
Because that's what it was. It wasn't a spin. He fucking ran in circles with this guy.
And stuffed him.
Yeah, Sean, could you imagine being Sean Stasiac? It's like, all right, so here's what we're going to do here. You're going to fly to Europe. Brock Lesnar's going to beat the dog shit out of you. You're going to fly back, and Brock Lesnar's going to beat the dog shit out of you. You cool with that?
Yeah, that's fucking fine. I'm about to rat out everybody about their steroids.
Yeah, I'm going to be a real bitch about this.
I couldn't imagine being Sean Stasiac, but I could imagine being Planet Stasiac, which is what he is.
Who? That's where he's from. That's
Yeah,
like
his
his name
name
was Earth.
That's his.
Whatever.
Yeah. So Lesnar is doing pull-ups, and Paul Heyman says it's time to take Planet Stasiac down to Earth.
Yeah, he's like doing pull-ups on like an emergency ladder. This is fucked up.
I remember Planet Stasiac. I don't know why. Yeah, so Ric Flair finds an APA hat in the NWO locker room.
So Ric Flair goes into the NWO locker room and he's just throwing shit around, which is fucking just mean. And then he's saying, "Where the hell is everybody? What's going on around here?" He's just an old senile man. He's crazy. Then he trips over something and finds an APA hat on the floor. And Flair says, "An APA hat in the NWO dressing room? That doesn't work." And he leaves. He's talking to himself. He's a senile old man.
This. They must have replayed that in promos like forever, because I remember that APA hat in the NWO locker room. What's going on here?
You might be the only guy that remembers that part.
Yeah, wow.
Dude, it was insane.
Well, Undertaker arrives on his motorcycle.
Dude, Undertaker looking unbelievable here in trench coat and beanie. Trench coat's beanie
toboggan.
Beardman. He's on a motorcycle and he stops the motorcycle and he tells security man to watch his bike. And he says, "I won't be long." The security man looks a lot like Doug Basham. I'm not too sure if it was or not, but it looks like him.
Oh, maybe.
In the background, you can see the NWO talking near the parking lot entrance. Sadly, X-Pac not in Kane mask at this time.
Yeah, what the fuck?
He should have kept it on. I agree.
Well, now it's time for Shawn Stasiak versus Brock Lesnar.
I watched a different
Planet
match, I guess,
Stasiak.
because I watched Planet Stasiak against Brock Lesnar.
Oh yeah, he is from Planet Stasiak. I'll tell you.
Yeah, but he
that,
also
like,
wrestles as the man Planet.
He is. And
Whoa,
is
he's
from,
like named after the planet.
I think he is the planet.
That's wow. That's pretty sick.
Planet Stasiak is one of the craziest looking people in the entire world.
This is why I love this guy. Like, only in wrestling will I ever see this dude. Like, there's nothing else I tune into ever in my life that I see this guy. You know what I mean?
No.
Unless I want to
No.
go get a ring dinger.
Check him out. There he is. This
Dude,
is the guy.
he looks like a lobster, man. He is unbelievable looking. He
He's
is
so tan. He's
so
got the
tan.
spiked hair. The hair is
He's
crazy.
got the super cuts lift on the hair.
Dude, this is like this is what the peak male performance looks like. I mean, like,
What is the logo on his tights? Is that like how you
That's the
get to
planet.
Planet Stasiak?
that's COVID-19.
Holy sh!
That's the crosshair.
Yeah.
That's where the planet is.
So
right
this
there on his dick.
That's fair. This up looking dude
That's
looks
where
like
you
he just
ring ding.
This looking guy comes out here. He looks like he just got hit by a bolt of lightning. His hair is touching the ceiling. He is so fucking
on,
red.
man.
He
Calm
is
down.
No, he is red as. He comes out here. Bleep bleep bloop bloop. That's a song.
Dude.
Bloop bloop bleep bloop.
It is a great song, though. It is a banger of a song.
No,
Baker, this is the best wrestler that ever lived. Look at this guy. Look at this
Dude, they
guy.
don't. This and only this guy can be a pro wrestler. Like, you can't.
Yeah,
Like, he could go be
insane.
a, I guess he could. I guess he could be a chiropractor. But
I need more motherfuckers that look like this. Look at
Yeah,
this
man.
guy.
He walks out on live television, bloop 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 bloop, looking fucking insane.
He's fucking Zoidberg. This shit is
Dude, he is
awesome, man.
Zoidberg. Wasn't Zoidberg a doctor too?
He was.
Crazy fucking guy. Yeah, he comes out here. He doesn't get into the ring. He just waits at the apron, like pacing around. And then a jackhammer goes off, which signals for him to get into the ring.
Yeah, what was
the
that?
fuck? What was that? Brock's intro,
that's
or was
the
that a part
intro
of
to
him?
Brock's theme song.
Is it?
Cartoony Looney Tunes jackhammer sound effect.
That
plays.
Yeah, I go bleep, bleep, bleep.
sucks.
Dude, I remember for like a month or 2 months straight, they just kept changing the intro to Brock's theme because they didn't like it because it
His
sucked.
song
So they-
is good. I like his song.
yeah, but they had different intros too. So the jackhammer one was for like 1 week. Like, this is terrible.
What the fuck else did he have? God damn. A wrecking ball. What the fuck else do you do with this guy?
Oh, there is one. It's called the Enforcer. Dude, it's right here.
Dude, is it really? Jackhammer intro. Dude, no wonder why this fucking guy got Goldberg chance in this match, by the way. He comes out with a jackhammer.
Oh shit, you're right.
What the fuck does a
Yeah, I
jackhammer
used
have
know.
to
It's
do
like,
with this
bleep,
guy?
bleep, bloop, bleep, bloop, bleep, bloop.
In my mind, I thought that was the end of Stasiac's song. But I guess it was the beginning of Brock's. That's like, that's his full entrance. He does bleep, 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 and then the jackhammer goes off, and that's his signal to it's the end of the entrance.
Oh, man. That might be the worst intro to. That's like Glass Shatter if Circle came out to.
Yeah, dude. Yeah!
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
That's awesome, man.
This is like the most fucked up back-to-back things in a row.
This is the most fucked up match I've ever seen in my life. Got fucking Zoidberg out here, and then 23-year-old just mutant human being Brock Lesnar bursting at the seams with a
This can only take
jackhammer.
place on Planet Stasiak. Oh.
Then round Paul Heyman with Skullet.
Perfect world. Shawn Stasiak and Brock Lesnar are both for Planet Stasiak.
Like he recruits
Yeah, I
him to
think
live
that's-
on Planet Stasiak?
Yeah, because he needs a construction worker. Yeah, he needs. Someone's got to build the buildings, and he has the perfect song. For it.
He's building buildings on Planet Stasiak.
These are awesome. Look, this is like my favorite. I think I like this Lesnar song far the construction work at the beginning.
No, I think that should have been in the game with the jackhammer intro.
Jacket was crazy, like scared him into the ring.
Yeah, it did. That's the first time I've ever heard this.
Yeah, this theme is hard as shit. This Brock one, like it makes him look way more intimidating.
It is
than the
good.
other
It
one.
is actually
Yeah,
good.
it's awesome.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, so Lesnar jumps up on the apron and Sean Stasiac tries to rush at him, but it doesn't
It's a
work.
good plan.
Seeing Stasiac and Brock Lesnar, the most tan man alive, and then the most not tan man at all, is like really fucking me up
Yeah,
here.
dude, it's crazy.
So Brock dog walks this dude, hits his spine buster. Heyman's like begging him not to pin him. He's like, hurt him. Hurt this guy.
Dude, there was something that Brock did in this that I wish he would have kept in his repertoire. He does a drop toe hold, which I was like, that's fucking weird. But then he back mounts Planet Stasiac and hammer fists him in the back of the head repeatedly.
Dude, this guy was a fucking monster.
The crowd
man.
is chanting Goldberg, by the way. This fucking for a good portion of this match.
Oh, is that what they were chanting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they were chanting Zoidberg.
Yeah, it could have been.
Planet Stasiac.
Yeah.
And he hits the fucking F5.
Which isn't called that yet. It's just, oh my god.
Look at this.
Yeah, check that out. Holy shit.
And he pins him with the foot on the chest.
Yes.
And then Planet Stasiac got in his face backstage and said, "Don't you ever fucking do that again."
You fucking try to embarrass me out there in
You
front of my
disrespect me
fucking
up there on my planet.
my Stasiac. You know my dad's watching. My dad was Stan. Stasiac.
So we go backstage. Undertaker is walking. Commentary's like, what is Undertaker looking for? He's very obviously walking towards the parking lot where the stagehand is in the scene. They go, what is he looking for?
What's he doing here? Yeah. But before he gets to the bike, he's definitely like looking too soon for the bike, like at the wall, where he didn't leave it. I don't know. It was very strange. But
He
yeah,
parked it over there.
It doesn't make much sense why he just left the bike and now he's walking back to the bike, but
yeah,
all right.
we
Can't take a
don't see
pee-pee.
him. Yeah, it had to be taking a big ass shit and looking at Trish Stratus picture, right?
Yeah,
That
oh my
shit
God,
was like
pics.
shit.
Yeah, so yeah, he finds the stagehand. You're right.
Yeah, Doug Basham, and he says, "Come here," and he grips him up and he says, "Where's my bike?" And Taker says, "He took it." Or sorry, the guy says he took it. And Taker goozles him. He said, "Who took my motorcycle?" And the guy says, "Hulk Hogan." Taker says, "Who?" That says Hulk Hogan. Taker says, "Get out of here." Taker starts to get real pissed off, and he's rubbing his face Ken Anderson style, and he's looking around.
Dude, this fucking stagehand, he says, get out of here. The stagehand 0 to 60 starts sprinting at full speed.
Yeah, he's out of here, bro. He's
Straight
gone.
out the left-hand side.
He
It's
is-
so funny. The camera gets
He's
the whole
fucking
thing.
gone.
Last week, Undertaker took off Hulk Hogan's belt in the ring and then beat the shit out of him with it and left him bleeding and then dropped the
Dude.
Undisputed title on him.
The fucking like using the buckle as a weapon is awesome.
Yeah, what were we talking about recently, like, with using that?
Did we?
It wasn't the belt buckle. It was like, putting something. Oh, it was the
cowbell?
DPW keychain.
Oh my god, the fucking Frank one.
Yeah, so there's
Yeah.
like a DPW keychain and it's like super sharp because the logo's sharp, and like
Yeah.
you could put the top of the P or D in between your knuckles and like
And fuck
fucking-
you up with it.
just
Yeah,
fucking
man.
Fuck somebody up.
I
with it.
have it. Yeah, I'm gonna try it out.
Yeah, you could.
You never know on who though. Yeah, dude, Taker like puts his fist inside the belt buckle and uses it to bust Hogan open. It was sweet. Taker, by the way, was attacking Hogan here during Hogan's match with William Regal on Raw.
Yeah, you know, I
crazy
respect that
time.
they put Regal in there. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like that's like one of the things I guess I really liked about this era of wrestling and like
Just random shit could happen.
Raw and SmackDown is they had the limited rosters and like
Sure.
guys were gonna work each other either way. Like, you know, Matt Hardy was working fucking Lesnar
That's true.
and stuff on
That's
SmackDown.
true. Yeah,
and,
you're
like,
right. That's true.
It actually worked for his character and got him over.
It was interesting too, yeah. I mean, not that I ever thought that fucking Regal would beat him, but like, you know, seeing them interact is cool. It makes, you know, everyone seem important.
Shit, he could have just hit him with the power of the punch.
Dude, that would have rocked Hogan. I'm not selling that though, brother.
Dude, that would be nuts. He just stands up.
He starts hulking up. Regal repeatedly punching him with brass knucks.
Yeah, he fucking does the finger wag in front of him. Regal goes, what the fuck are you doing?
He starts hitting him.
Yeah, so Undertaker's music hits here, and you see the
Rolling?
bike on the stage. Yeah, dude, rolling, which is awesome that on the Peacock it still plays it.
Yeah, I agree.
And you see the bike on the stage, but that's not Undertaker.
Or maybe it is, dude.
That's Hulk Hogan.
Oh, shit.
He stole the
Hogan
bike.
drives out on the stage of Taker's bike. He's doing the ear taunt on the bike. Roland is playing. Hogan drives down around. He just does Taker's full entrance here.
He used to ride 100 of these, brother.
Parumba! Not only does he do Taker's full bike entrance here, then he gets into the ring. Roland is still playing the whole time, and Hogan does the ear taunt each side. He's posing. He's milking this shit. Hey, ladies. Hey, fellas and the people that don't give a fuck.
This is the greatest thing I've ever seen. Theatrics to limp-bizkit is like, that's crazy Hogan's shit, man.
He does it's I'm like, this is fucking crazy what I'm looking at right now. He's milking this unbelievable.
Where the fuck is the undisputed belt?
Maybe he couldn't bring it. He'd like, oh, you know what? I don't know. Because it's not like he was going to fight Taker. He could have just wore it on the belt, right?
You're the champion. Yeah. Where's the belt?
That is fucking weird. I didn't
maybe
think of that.
Maybe they're changing the E to the F to an E, maybe? I don't know. Just guessing.
Oh, maybe.
That'd be
I don't know.
That'd be a good guess.
Well, we see the European title, though, don't we?
Yeah, we
That
do.
is
I don't
fucking
remember. I
far.
have no idea.
Yeah.
Well, Hulk Hogan calls out the Undertaker.
Not before Hogan bounces his titties and Lola goes, whoa!
He does. He had a little bounce action.
Why does he do that?
Because he's the strongest man that's ever lived.
Have you-
That's what they do in Metallica, bro.
That's true, dude. Yeah, that's right. Seek and destroy, dude.
Don't say that, brother. You get sued.
Fortune, fame. Do you have we ever talked about how Hogan and Mike Tenay have the same lips?
Hogan and Mike Tenay had the same lips.
They do the same lip thing.
Oh, yeah.
Hogan does it when he's stroking. When Hogan's stroking his Fu Manchu, he does it.
Yeah,
a lot.
but Mike Tenay does it too.
Yeah, Mike Tenay's is crazy though. Legendary Hall of Fame.
Mike Tenay's is like he's judging Hogan's thinking.
Yeah, he's thinking real hard about what he wants to
That's
say.
the thinker or the stinker, whichever one.
That's true. Well, Hogan says, you know something, maniacs? Last week, The Undertaker was flapping his gums. And he said, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Well, Taker, how would you like to experience firsthand how I've changed since the last time we were in the ring together, brother? I don't know if was he talking about when he won the title or when Taker broke his neck.
When Taker beat the shit out of him, yeah. Dropped the belt on him.
You know, you hurt me. You hurt my vertebrae on that tombstone, brother.
I'm not taking that anymore, dude.
Don't forget that shit, brother. No fucking way, dude. I'll take the last ride.
Put me down softly, brother.
You know, we know you don't care much about anything or anybody, dude. But I one thing you do care about, bro. And
Bro
Hogan,
is crazy.
Bro is fucking nuts. I was
Yeah.
like, what? So Hogan gets out of the ring and he walks towards Taker's bike and he says, well, you know something, maniacs? I got something that belongs to The Undertaker. So the way I see it, Taker, he gets on the bike. If you want this damn bike so bad, well, why don't you bring your bad ass out here and take it from me, dude? He gets on the bike, like I said. He looks at the stage. I dare you, Taker. Well, Taker's music hits. Roland fucking hits again, and fucking trenchcoat beanie shirtman walks out. And Taker angrily, Roland playing, walking back and forth on the stage, rubbing his beard, picking his nose. And the fucking music stops and he says, Taker. Oh, no, he said Taker. Sorry, Taker says Hogan.
Taker says Taker.
Player Stasiac from Player Stasiac. Taker says, Hogan, now I know you ride bikes. I'm going, of course, brother.
I've done it all my life, dude.
Yeah, no one's got a bigger hog than me, dude. I mean,
Me
come
and
on.
the Hells Angels, brother.
I started that fucking group. Taker says, so I know you know better than this. You don't touch another man's motorcycle. Now I'm going to shoot straight with you. I'm already planning on giving you the beating of a lifetime at Judgment Day. So before you do something really stupid, I think there's something you might want to know. I've sent people to the hospital for giving my motorcycle a funny look. I fucked the shit out of this bike. Does Undertaker fuck his bike? Yes, he does.
What?
So I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I know you're probably not in the right state of mind after what happened last week. So I'm going to give you one opportunity to get your ass off my motorcycle. And if you don't, I will walk down that ramp and kick your teeth. And Hogan says, blah, 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 blah. You know something, Taker? Are you actually the guy, the right guy?
Fine speech.
Are you actually going to do something? Or are you actually going to stand up there like the bitch that you are? Oh, shit!
Dude, Hogan dropped bitch and said, damn, I might as well keep going.
Yeah, dude. How about I bring the bike up there to you, brother? So Hogan turns the bike on. He starts revving it up. Parumba, parumba.
This is crazy because he rides bikes with the Hell's Angels.
He invented the Hells Angels to this day. Still a cut carrying member.
Dude, yeah, he is. This is not stolen valor.
So he revs it up, Harumba, and then it stalls out, and you can hear the crowd go, "Oh!" Yeah. So Hogan starts it up again, Parumba, Parumba, and he's driving it up the ramp, and he starts going, and then it stalls out again, and the crowd goes, "Oh,
dude,
what's going on here?"
You gotta give it to the camera crew here. They never cut back to Hogan as long as his bike stalled out.
They show Taker. The camera stays on Taker as you can hear Hogan revving up this motorcycle behind. Run, and Taker is just like trying to pretend like he's scared that this bike is coming towards him. And then the bike stalls out one more time in the middle of the ramp. So Hogan gets off the bike and he starts running up the fucking ramp after Taker.
Hobbling crazy,
dude, yeah,
man.
He's struggling to run. He's like, but he had to do something. And then they cut back to commentary. JR and Lawler are staring at the ramp, concerned, not sure what to do. JR said, "Oh, Hogan's coming back to the bike." Then you hear, Lawler verbatim says, "Uh-oh, now what?" And JR says, "I have no idea."
Dude, if this bike didn't work, this whole pre-tape or whatever would have been blown crazy,
dude,
man.
it would have been fucked up. Oh my god. What would they have done?
I don't even fucking know. Yeah, they could have cut to Jerry and just said, "Oh, he's leaving on the bike or something," because that's what they would have had
exactly.
done.
Yeah, right.
But
you hear the shit revving up still while JR and Lawler are trying to explain what's going on and like, "Oh, well, I guess, fucking Undertaker's running away. That sucks." Yeah, they're revving the shit out of it. And then we finally see Hogan driving it up the ramp finally and driving it to the fucking back. Unbelievable. And then Jerry Lawler says, Can we get a camera back there? Where are they?" We fucking are now backstage. Hogan is driving the motorcycle through the backstage area.
Dude, I want Hogan in the little hat, the little helmet.
Oh my god, yeah, the glasses
with the jacket.
Helmet,
that was awesome.
That'd be awesome if this is a pre-tape, just a completely different outfit.
He's in a full get-up. Yeah, that would have been awesome.
The same one that he gets dragged in?
Yeah, with the hat
right?
and all that.
That's awesome. I forgot we did that one too.
Yeah.
Hogan driving through the backstage, and he stops the bike. He looks around and he says, "Where are you son of a bitch?" Then he drives around a corner, stops, and he's yelling at the top of his lungs, "Taker! Where are you, you piece of shit?" Yo, Taker, come on, you piece of crap.
I'm gonna kick your ass, brother.
Yeah, dude, what Hogan is this? This is crazy.
This is unhinged Hogan, yeah.
Then at one point, he goes around a corner, stops, he yells about Taker being a piece of shit. Then he starts backing the bike up and almost drives directly into a wall. He has to do a 3-point turn. He drives down the hallway that he came back. Parumba. He's going so fucking quick. Where did Undertaker go so quickly?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess he just went to take a piss or something. He's probably in the NWO.
Another shit?
APA locker room,
Yeah, maybe you're right.
He's hanging out with X-Pac, who's Kane.
That's my brother.
That's my bro, dude.
Hey, Kane, what's going on? I'm Steve.
Dude, little X-Pac Kane.
Dude, that is Steve. That's the prophecy fulfilled.
If we ever do Universe or something, that's what we gotta do, bro.
And that's the Brothers in Destruction.
Yeah, that's the Brothers in Destruction. They get the tag.
That's awesome. That's
I
great.
like that. Yeah, it goes to commercial because Hogan ends up parking it in the back.
He's off his bike. He's eyeing up an 18-wheeler and then looking at the bike. And Hogan says, "Taker, come out here and get your ass kicked, or I'm going to destroy that piece of shit." Talking about the bike, of course. So Hogan climbs up into the seat of the 18-wheeler, which is a sight to be seen on its own because he's just fucking, his legs are fucked. So he's just like trying to climb up into the seat of this 18-wheeler. He turns around and yells, "Taker!" Then he closes the door, turns the 18-wheeler on, then hangs out the window. I don't know. The keys were in it, I guess. He just turns all
WWE keeps all their 18-wheelers. The keys are in the seat and it's open.
Dude, Hogan's got like a skeleton key from when the NWO.
Oh, he turns on bikes and 18-wheelers.
He's got one big skeleton key to turn on all vehicles ever.
Taker, this is it, boy. Get your ass kicked, or I'm gonna destroy your bike. So he starts revving up the engine of the 18-wheeler. He's about to drive and go forward and run over this bike. Hogan is still sitting in the 18-wheeler. He has not moved, not ran over the bike, and no one has stopped him. So now Hogan is pissed. He says, "I'm gonna kick your motorcycle's ass." That's what he fucking says. He says, "I'm gonna kick your motorcycle's ass." That's it, Taker. If this don't piss you off, you have no balls.
Dude, Undertaker's like stuck in the bathroom, Johnny fucking.
He's got a crazy shit going on.
Yeah,
Taker looks like the biggest bitch in the world here, like not doing anything, and Hogan's just saying all this to him. "Yeah, you little pussy."
Because he got lost on the way to the back. He said, "Where am I?"
James, you're right, because
he must have not heard the 18-wheeler going.
Yeah. Or Hogan
hitting a
screaming.
bike.
Hogan screaming, "Taker, I'm gonna fucking kick your ass, you bitch." Hogan, that's right. He's the good guy. "You piece of shit, bitch, I'll kill your bike."
I'm gonna beat your bike up, brother.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick your bike's ass.
You don't have any balls if you don't come stop me right now.
Yeah, wow. And Taker just doesn't do it. He doesn't know any of this is going on.
He's taking a shit, like James said.
The cheese shits, yeah.
Yeah, he's got to do it.
I mean, I hear him. I mean, like, here's the situation at hand. You gotta have another bike. You know what I mean? Like,
he's got to, and this is
rich,
a nice bike
motherfucker.
too. Yeah, it's true.
You know, Hogan could probably get you 4 of them. He's with the Hells Angels, dude.
Dude, he's sponsored by Harley Davidson, dude. Harley's my boy.
We go to RVD and Jeff Hardy versus Booker T and Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah, man. Obviously, Booker T is teaming with Eddie. I'm guessing Eddie has issue with Eddie has issue with one of the other men in this match because Booker. I'm guessing it's Jeff Hardy because Booker is feuding with RVD.
Yeah, and they want to piss off Goldust.
Of course.
So yeah, Eddie's IC champion. JR says they're going to Raleigh, North Carolina here soon, which I thought was cool.
I did hear that.
Yeah. I didn't go to the Raleigh shows when I was younger. I went to I lived
Charlotte?
closer to Virginia.
Oh,
So I'd
really?
always-
Wow.
yeah,
Okay.
I'd go to the Norfolk, Virginia shows.
Oh, sure. Okay. Sure.
I looked up WWE events in Raleigh, and I guess they're running one this upcoming Monday, whenever this show releases.
Shit.
Oh,
Like a
wow.
Monday
Okay.
night
Oh,
Raw.
really? Like this day?
Yeah,
That
like,
it comes
or,
out?
like,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
it comes out.
Oh, shit. You gonna go?
Miz
Miz is on that show.
Yeah, I can't attend. I hope the Miz does win.
Dude,
his
I can get you
match.
tickets. I'll ask, for them tickets for you.
No, they're just too expensive.
No, like I could probably, we'll just get you one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a little too expensive for me. But I do hope the Miz wins, and I hope that everyone that attends and watches has a great time. So
that's good.
RVD and Jeff Hardy is the most base tag team in
Hell
the world.
yeah.
I mean, that is like, and their finish in this match is awesome.
They're the coolest guys ever. In 2002,
They are the
two coolest
best
dudes ever.
Yeah, they should be undisputed champion together.
They should together, Late Cool style.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, just put the belts back up. Fuck it.
So RVD hits a spinning heel kick on Booker here. Jeff gets a cool hot tag. All the ladies go fucking crazy for
Dude.
Jeff Hardy.
Every girl in the building is screaming when Jeff Hardy gets tagged in. That's fucking crazy.
So Jeff gets a hot tag and all the ladies go crazy. Doesn't matter because Booker T's still the coolest dude in the match. Booker T hits the axe kick, hits the spinner-rooney, dude. That shit was awesome. Spinner-rooney before the pin, by the way, which is egregious.
Isn't that fucking awesome?
Yeah, and then he goes to pin him, and RVD breaks it up. And when he does, Lawler says, "Van damn it!"
Of course. Dude, RVD does a crazy monkey flip to Eddie out of the corner.
Yeah, he does. But first, Jeff Hardy hits an Irish whip DDT.
That's right.
To get
What
a
the
hot
fuck
tag.
was that?
He's just coming up with shut the flies out. Oh,
He's the
shit, I
coolest
gotta
dude
get
ever.
the-
Fuck it. Yeah,
I
whatever.
gotta get this hot tag. Yeah.
Yeah.
Irish whip DDT. Yeah, you could convince anybody at this time that like RVD and Jeff Hardy are next up. Like
They
I
probably should have
genuinely-
been.
Yeah, I mean Jeff fucking runs into some problems here soon. RVD, like, okay, he doesn't run into problems until 2006, so I don't have no fucking idea.
Insane, dude. That he doesn't get a belt till then.
Elimination Chamber ruined his fucking life.
Yeah, well, that's, it probably was ruined before that, too, by the same guy that he...
The same guy who didn't get it, yeah.
Didn't help any.
So, Jeff Hardy then runs in and hits a sit-out stroke on Eddie Guerrero.
Yo, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was insane. And then Goldust runs into the match just randomly.
To attack Eddie, I think?
And then gets thrown out immediately.
Oh, no. Was he attacking Jeff to help Booker? I think that's what it was, right? He tries to attack Jeff, but Jeff sidesteps him and throws him over the top.
To me, it looked like he ran in the ring and then immediately got shit canned. I don't even know what he was trying to do. Yeah,
that definitely is what happened, but yeah.
But then, oh my God. So Eddie's laid out in the ring. Jeff and RVD go to two different posts.
And it's like an earthquake. The crowd like almost shook this building to fucking down. How fucking cool this was.
This is like a dream spot. Like, this is the shit you do with your action figures,
Oh, yes, dude. This was like spots that I was trying to do with my friends and fucking shut your mouth.
Yeah, this is the coolest shit ever. So Jeff is on one corner, RVD's on the other. Jeff hits a swanton bomb on Eddie, and I swear to God, they didn't even wait a second. He hits a swanton bomb, and RVD is in the air for the frog splash.
Dude, yeah, that is.
And he hits it the long way.
Dude, this is in so many Bumpmeister videos, like, the wrestling game videos where they just do spots.
Yeah.
This spot is especially off of probably two ladders. Dude, this is the coolest tag finish. This should be stolen. It's just them doing their moves, but they did it with such quickness, and like, God, this was awesome.
And they win. Yeah, it was sweet.
They win, yeah.
Not many times do you get to see RVD and Jeff Hardy win in a tag like that, so it's cool to see it happen,
No, and Goldust is apologizing to Booker here after the match because he fucked it up for them, I guess. I don't know how he fucked it up. He didn't really do anything.
Nothing, yeah.
He didn't do a goddamn thing.
I'm gonna get medieval, man. So we go backstage. Coachman is with Terry Runnels, or just
yes. Maybe I guess they just say Terry, right?
Yeah, I always loved when people have like the one name in this era of Raw because the nameplate is massive and it's just this one name huge.
Yeah, you're right.
No socials, no URLs.
No, none of wow. You think that's ever going to be like, I imagine at some point, like, looking back on eras with like socials and shit, it's gonna be like, man, none of these sites really fucking matter anymore. Isn't that weird that they had Twitter?
WWEHardys.com.
Yeah, you're right.
So this segment is dedicated to a segment that we get here in a minute, which is the swimsuit competition.
Titties! Yeah, Coach says usually on Raw we see you on the my end of the microphone, but that's not the case today. You challenged Molly to a swimsuit competition. Terry says, yeah, Molly's been calling us trashy and sleazy and slutty, and she did it to my face at Insurrection. I prefer to be an interviewer, but since she wants to call herself the most beautiful diva because she's pure and wholesome, and put me down because I'm proud of my body, I decided to challenge her to a swimsuit contest. And we should let the people decide what they like best: pure and wholesome, or these. And she takes like he undoes her robe to Coach, and then Lawler goes, did she say insurrection or erection?
Dude, Molly Holly says that she's a slut, so she challenges Molly Holly to a swimsuit competition.
Slutty contest.
Dude, what?
I will out slut you right now.
Yeah, you
awesome.
Will, because I called you a slut. All right.
Weird.
So we go backstage. Flair shows the APA hat that he found in the NWO locker room to Arn Anderson. Arn says, I have no idea what that is.
What is APA? Flair says, Double A, something's not right here. I go in the NWO dressing room and I find an APA hat. All that hoopla 2 weeks ago.
What's the deal with that?
Nobody saw Bradshaw get attacked. We never saw a visual. How do we know Bradshaw's not doing something? I'm going to Bradshaw's dressing room right now. Dude, you can't just keep fucking leaving Arn here and going to people's dressing rooms. You can't just keep doing this.
Arn said, yeah, all right, whatever you want to do, play.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, just please fuck off.
That's what I always thought. I was thinking like the NWO needs Bradshaw. They're cooking crazy out here.
Dude, Big Show, Bradshaw, X-Pac, and Scott Hall. Or
Hey,
you're right.
You know Bradshaw smokes the cigars. NWO loves cigars. They're out there.
Dude, oh my God, Bradshaw was day drinking and smoking cigarettes. That's awesome.
And he
bro.
Dude,
loved-
you're right.
He definitely
right in.
loved hazing the boys.
So now it's time for this swimsuit competition town hall.
Oh my God, are you ready for this? Are you ready for a swimsuit competition?
Can you believe that Jerry Lawler is the judge for this?
No, I can't fucking believe it. It's only in every game ever that he is the guy for this bullshit.
Dude, it's crazy that it's in the game, yeah.
It is. It's in a few of them, actually.
Yeah, you're right. The Here Goes the Pain one is like super serious too, which is funny.
Yeah, like I get pissed when I fucking don't win that one.
Yeah, that's a serious matter.
Well, Lawler says, you, my friends, are going to be the judges. You're judge the winner. Let's get the competitors out here. How about a nice Hartford welcome for Terry? Come on, bring out those puppies.
All right, damn.
Fucking hell, yeah, well, she does. Terry gets in the ring and Lawler says, I'm praying at the thong. Anyway, here comes Molly Holly. Well, Molly comes out in a robe, and she has flippers. Big-ass, flippers.
It's a
for the feet.
swimsuit competition. Somebody's swimming, right?
That's right, it is a swimsuit competition. That's correct. And JR says, well, Molly's kind of like the Hillary Clinton of the WWF. What the fuck does that
All right,
mean?
man, damn.
What the fuck does that
Pokemon,
even
go
mean?
fuck yourself, JR.
Well, Molly says, now, King, don't get too excited, because when you see what I'm wearing, you won't believe your eyes. And music starts playing, and Molly puts on a swimmer's cap and takes off a robe to reveal a swimsuit. Which
Very modest swimsuit.
Looked great, actually. I thought she looked fucking great in this thing, and I guess, but you're supposed to think that this is ugly and stupid looking. And JR
I've
gives her
never
the
understood
business.
any of this, but
Yeah, no, I didn't either. Yeah, she had a nice outfit and she had a big ass. Boo! Fucking boo!
she looked nice. She treated herself with respect, and
She was good.
yeah, she was good in the ring.
Boo!
Sorry to hear that.
Fat ass!
Shit, Rod, you fucking bitch.
Fuck you! You show me your fucking shit right now!
You look like my grandma, bitch.
Yeah, I would never fuck my grandma. Why don't you dress like somebody else that I would fuck? Yeah, you call that a sexy swimsuit? Looks like something my granny would have worn in the 30s. Yeah, and I can't jerk off to that.
Take it off.
We want puppies. Come on, everybody. We want
JR,
puppies.
I guess-
Smashing at the desk. We want puppies.
Until we started doing this show, like, I always thought JR was super reserved.
Straight-laced. Yeah.
But he's not in any of these segments. You look like my granny. Take your clothes off.
Be a whore, unlike my grandma. All right.
She is very beautiful to me.
Well, Terry steps up to the plate and she starts to disrobe and she sews off her swimsuit and Lawler says, "Oh, it is a thong! It is a thong!" This thing is fucking so far up Terry's ass. This is unbelievable, man.
Yeah, that's
This is-
cool.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
I'm a man of two worlds, and I like both of the worlds that are in the ring right now.
Dude,
so.
everything I like everything but Jerry Lawler that's going on here. Yeah, and JR. Everything else is great here. Molly Holly says, "You are disgusting. How do you parade around like that?" And Terry says, "You're just jealous of what God gave me." Naturally. And what he didn't give you. Oh, sorry. Well, Molly says, "I'm in swimwear for a swimsuit competition. And you're dressed, excuse my language, like a stripper. You might as well put a pole in the middle of the ring." And Lawler says, "Oh, well, I can find a pole, all right. How about my cock? How about you sit on my cock? Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Take your fucking clothes off." If I wore something like that,
You
I'd
look
have,
mighty good tonight, bitch.
if I wore something like that, I'd have skid marks. Terry says, "Well, these people have a good opinion. Why don't you let them decide?" Well, how about Molly? Boo, fucking bitch.
Dude, man, we fucking hate you, man. No,
Fuck
for
you.
real, man.
Fuck you for this shit. How about Terry? Yeah. Fuck yeah. See that shit right up there.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, Molly says, "You people don't
Gotta
deserve to
let
see
me
my..."
cheering for both of them.
Yeah, man, I'm having a great time. Molly says, "You people don't deserve to see my virgin body in this state of undress." And JR's about to fucking unload on her. He's
What?
yeah, your virgin body can just. And then Lawler starts talking and cuts it off. And Lawler says, how about the winner? And JR says, well, that's quite the little swimsuit. I'll tell you, I've never seen anything like that growing up in Oklahoma. I'll tell you that. Give me a little fucking fat little pecker down here if you want to be honest with me.
Y'all like me in the crowd cheer for both of them? I'm 10 years old.
Jim Ross 40 is pissed off.
Guy like me, 10 years old, sees two beautiful women. Oh, this is cool.
Yeah, no, well, not JR. Fuck that shit, motherfucker. So fucking Molly Holly starts beating Terry with a flipper.
Yeah, that's real
and then she leaves. Yeah.
We go backstage. Ric Flair walks into Bradshaw's locker room. He's got his own locker room for some reason.
Bradshaw branded door.
Flair finds the Kane mask that X-Pac was wearing earlier, or just Kane's mask, I don't know.
No.
Yeah, dude, Flair walks into, again, another locker room and just starts knocking shit around. What the fuck is wrong with you, old man? What are you doing?
A lot of things, really.
Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, he finds the Kane mask and Flair says, Bradshaw's got some splaining to do now. Oh, my.
What the fuck are you going to do to Bradshaw? Are you kidding me? You seen this guy?
Well, he's the boss. He can fire him, of course.
Oh, yeah, that's true. He'll go to
I guess.
SmackDown, brother.
Oh, shit, yeah, we can't have that. We need Bradshaw.
So Miss Jackie is here, and she knows where Stone Cold Steve Austin's dressing room is.
Yeah, it's down there. And she says, are you okay? And Flair is walking away, and he stops and looks at the Kane mask, and he says, no, I'm not. And he walks down the hallway. And JR says, what's going on here? Who's zooming who?
There's 3 locker rooms in this building. There's the NWO, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Bradshaw.
Well, those are the top stars of the show. They're on the main event.
See, man.
Hell yeah.
So we go backstage. Ric Flair goes to Austin's locker room.
Yes.
Deborah answers the door, and she says he went to go get his knees taped up.
Yeah, that's what he just does.
That's a very candid answer. I didn't expect that
very
answer,
specific.
I guess. Yeah, he's getting his knees taped up for the main event. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Thank you.
shit. Okay, well, let me know. That's what Flair says. Oh, shit. All right, well, let me know when I can talk to him. Yeah, Flair turns around to leave and runs into Bradshaw. And Bradshaw, you looking for me? And Flair says, as a matter of fact, I am. You know, I go into the NWO dressing room and I find an APA hat. And I go into your dressing room and I find Kane's mask. You owe me an explanation. Bro says, oh, you a damn thing. Yeah, Stone Cold and I are going to go to a ring, kick some NWO ass. You just decide if you're in or not.
You don't get to talk about Stone Cold Steve Austin Bradshaw.
He speaks for the Rattlesnake. They drink beer together.
Keep the Rattlesnake's name out your fucking mouth.
It was a Ric Flair joke.
Come on.
So yeah, God, we'll just tell jokes here.
So we go to X-Pac, Big Show, and Scott Hall. They're walking.
Yeah, they're walking. They're
This
talking.
is the NWO.
The New World Order. That's what this is, goddammit.
Where is Zbyszko? Oh, he's doing
Dude,
Morphoplex.
Fucking yeah, he's in the XWF.
So now it's time for the main event of the evening, which is the NWO consisting of X-Pac, Big Show, and Scott Hall. And they're taking on the team of Ric Flair, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Bradshaw. Not JBL, Bradshaw.
Bradshaw, black hair, hardcore champion, probably sometime around this point, yes. Well, anyway, when did you want order? Why the fucking Big Show always has fucked up tag team songs? This must be he's the leader. Why the hell else would they come out to this?
Yeah, he must be the leader, huh? They're pushing.
Well, that doesn't last long.
How long does it last?
It lasts tonight.
Oh, shit.
It. Yeah, Ric Flair takes over after this. Spoilers.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Oh, what the fuck? You spoiled the shit out of this.
Sorry, I apologize.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so every single person makes their entrance except for Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Okay, this is so weirdly put together, isn't it?
It is. I thought this was pretty random.
This is so
I
strange.
get why they did it, but it was stupid and didn't make any sense.
Okay, so I don't know if I get it.
Well, they did it because they wanted, like, if you were watching or if you weren't watching, you know when you come back, you get to Austin.
Okay, sure.
You know
Fair
what I mean?
enough.
So
Well, yeah. So Big Show, the NWO come out. Flair comes out. Bradshaw comes out. They fist bump on the ramp. Seem to be on the same page. Then we go backstage. We go backstage, and there's two staff members looking at Undertaker's bike, which is underneath the wheels of an 18-wheeler still. Yes. And Undertaker is here. And Undertaker's like, get out of here. And he takes off his trench coat. And he throws it down.
he's got
and
toilet paper on his foot. What the hell? Goldberg!
Why me? Hey, Sid, where's my car? 22! Oh, man!
Jumping up and down. My bike! Goldberg!
Dude, so Taker kneels down. He tries to start pulling the bike out from under the 18-wheeler. This is insane. Taker then, he is so mad that he starts throwing work stomps on the bike.
That's awesome, dude. I thought that was sick.
Fuck? He was, what the fuck are you doing?
He fucking picks up a big-ass pallet and throws it out.
Yeah. Chuck's, why are you doing work stomps then? You're not too concerned about it. You just spiked the pallet on it. And Taker then starts yelling, Hogan!
Hogan!
Hogan! But then, limo arrives. A limo arrives, and the driver opens the door, and inside is Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash comes out in an NWO shirt, and JR says, oh, what the hell? That's Kevin Nash. What's he doing here? Then we go to commercial.
Don't know.
Okay, we have no fucking idea because spoilers, he is not seen for the rest of the show.
We never see him again. He comes and that's it. He doesn't do anything.
What the fuck? Was that just a show?
Kevin Nash with custom V-neck NWO shirt.
NWO shirt? Yeah, dude. What the hell? Like, was he just coming back from injury or was he... What the fuck?
I don't know.
He
He just showed up. Emotional support.
He doesn't even come out. He doesn't come out to do shit.
He ain't come out of Sting's retirement match either.
That's also, well, fuck that. Fuck that guy.
So, yeah, man, we go, come back from commercial. Stone Cold Steve Austin gets his entrance, of course. So, yeah, man, we get, of course, X-Pac and Stone Cold Steve Austin to start this match.
Start the match. Yeah, well, Austin tells Flair to stand on the apron and for Bradshaw to start the match. Then Austin tags himself in immediately and then starts fucking up X-Pac.
X-Pac and Steve Austin's so funny.
Hell yeah, that's what I want to see.
So, it should have been X-Pac as Kane versus Steve Austin. Goozle Austin.
Why didn't he wrestle in the mask? Come on now.
Yeah, he would have got the powers he could in the fire thing in the corner.
Do the choke slam.
So Austin hits a few spine busters and then hits a wide combo in the corner. The crowd's going crazy for this. Bradshaw then tags himself in, and I'm sitting here wondering why the fuck am I watching Bradshaw versus Big Show in the NWO? This is crazy.
How is this the main event?
So Big Show ends up busting Bradshaw open.
Was it on headbutts?
I guess so. They said it was. Yeah, I guess
it was definitely hard way, right?
I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know.
I think it was.
Probably was. I mean, it's Bradshaw, so I don't see why not.
That's true.
Bradshaw is getting fucking blown up heat style by the NWO now.
They get heat on him for so long. I +10 fucking crazy through this.
Yeah, he just drag him in the corner, starts stomping him out and shit. Austin, them trying to break it up.
They all take turns just whooping his ass forever.
So once the heat's over, X-Pac gives Bradshaw some like insane level chops here, like probably some of X-Pac's best chops ever. It sounds like
he was lighting them up.
Just rips his chest apart, man.
Yeah.
Austin comes in and tosses Hall and Flair, tries to put X-Pac in a figure 4 here. Big Show stops him.
Yeah, throws him out of the ring.
So Bradshaw and X-Pac are left in the ring now. X-Pac hits the corner and fucking walks straight into the clothesline from hell.
Dude. Takes his fucking head off. What a tremendous
throws it.
spot.
I love it, man.
Yeah,
what a move.
That's tremendous.
That's so beast. Yeah, so Bradshaw pins for a 2. Big Show pulls him out.
Dude, Big Show drags him out immediately, goozles him, then turns to the commentary table and yells, "You better move!" And then picks up Bradshaw and choke slams him through the announce table.
I love that he just went for it. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, it was called, "You better move!"
So Austin starts taking it to Big Show, and it's just an all-out brawl out here for now. Austin's the last one standing, and now the NWO are taking it to him in the ring, 2-on-1. I think it was Scott Hall and X-Pac.
That's right.
Austin double lines them and then hits a double stunner Texan style.
Dude, that was insane. They were like standing up, facing away, and he just slipped through the middle of them and stunnered them. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, that was
nuts.
super dope. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Austin and Big Show look at each other, and Austin gives him the double bird.
Which enrages the Big Show.
It does, because he gets to the ring. He says, I'm going to get this heat on you for a couple minutes here.
Yeah, I need to lay on you for a minute.
There hasn't been enough
take
heat
my
in
knee
this,
lift.
in this motherfucking match. Big Show gets his heat on Austin until Austin gives him a second rope Thesz press.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it was cool. Austin goes for the stunner, but Big Show big boots him and knocks the ref out.
Dude, Austin ducked a line at one point and tripped over his feet and fucking just fell out of the ring. How is this? We've just seen who did this. We just saw someone do this. Was it The Rock?
What, fell out of the ring?
Yeah, he like tripped over his feet and fell out of the ring. We legit just watched a retro, and I was like, I've never seen that happen before, where somebody
I'm not sure.
like tripped over their own feet and fell like out of the ring.
I feel like for some reason it was like test or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, that couldn't be The Rock. He has
Maybe it
too
was
much
The Rock.
mana.
Well, I meant Rocky Maivia is what I was talking about.
It's Rocky Maivia. You might be right. Was it Shotgun? He did it.
I feel like it was. Yeah.
Yeah, that might be it. You might be
But
right.
I was like, how the fuck do I keep seeing this happen?
Yeah, Big Show ends up dropping the straps here after the ref bump. Flair
he bumps
comes
the ref,
in with
good.
the chair. Big Show goozles Flair. Austin low blows Big Show and hits the biggest damn stunner we ever saw. Austin pins Show, but the ref is out. 1, 2, 3.
Holy shit. How could this be?
Austin tries to get the ref up, but then Flair out of nowhere hits them with the steel chair.
Well, it must have been it wasn't out of nowhere for the fans in attendance, because Austin's trying to get the ref up, and all I hear is, boo! And like, the fuck is going on here? I guess Flair was loading up just crazy before, so that it could work on the camera for not showing it. But he must have been just immediately setting Austin up for the chair shot. Yeah, Austin turns around, he gets hit in the head with the chair. Flair starts smashing Austin's knee to smithereens with the chair repeatedly.
That's why you tape it up, brother.
Yeah, well, you know what? You're right. Fucking goddamn, you're right. Flair calls for the mic, and Flair says, "My next official act on behalf of the Raw brand." He looks at the crowd and says, "Kiss my ass, punk." is to tell you that at Judgment Day, you got me and Big Show in a handicap match. And Jared says, "What the hell? That's not right." So, where the fuck is Kevin Nash? Hello.
He's
Hello,
probably
where's Kevin
talking
Nash?
his shit with the Undertaker.
Him and the Taker are stomping out the bike in the back. So Flair is working over Austin's leg again, puts him in the figure 4, and then for the next 5 minutes, all you hear is Big Show is full fucking belly laughing as Flair has Austin in his figure 4. Hall is holding Flair's hands to give him more leverage for it. Then Big Show grabs Flair's hands. It's the craziest goddamn visual of big baby Big Show with his fucking titties out. Just bouncing Flair around in front of him.
Dude, Flair's little head's going,
He's about to fucking have a concussion. And then the show ends with Big Show raising Flair's hands, and they celebrate and they're laughing and fucking Flair. Why, Flair? Why?
Wow, I need a sandwich. That was Big Show's character. Just said that one time. He just even say it one time.
Dude, there's gotta be. There's gotta be a line where he says that, right? At least once.
Yeah, 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So one of those years.
Sometime,
Big Show's got to come out there in a fucking like button-down shirt. I'm very hungry.
Dude, it had to have happened in the fucking time where Eddie gave him a burrito. That had to have been around
dude,
there.
he's eating the shit out of it, too.
Yeah. But yeah, there you go, man. That is the first episode of WWE ever.
And the last episode of Scott Hall in the WWE also.
Yeah, I guess that's also true. Yeah, I guess until the Hall of Fame, I guess, right? He never comes back to do shit,
Is that
does he?
right?
I think so.
No,
right?
he comes back for Sting and Triple H.
Oh yeah, sorry, I apologize. he does fucking do that. It's true. This is a crazy ass show though, man. I enjoyed it. It went by pretty quick when I was watching, except for the main event. That dragged on
Dude, yeah, wow.
for goddamn ever. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought this was, a lot of funny shit in there. Once again, like,
Didn't make me want to watch Judgment Day.
Yeah, no way. I think that, like, they could have had one like longer work rate match. I always think that. I think the show always needs an anchor match that you can go, that was a good match. As long as you can walk away and say like that was a good match. Like I really enjoyed the Planet Stasiac stuff. And
Dude, that was awesome.
I did too.
I don't necessarily think RVD and Jeff Hardy had a great match, but they had a fun finish and like I had a good time watching
That
it.
was memorable
super
finish.
awesome.
Yeah, the Booker T Goldust stuff is tremendous. You know what
The
I mean?
Hogan bike thing we'll never forget.
I'll
ever.
never ever forget this Hogan bike shit, man.
Dude, yeah,
I'm
stall
gonna
on
kick
the
your
ramp.
motorcycle's ass. Yeah, that is nuts. That is nuts. Even though from the opening, like the hardcore title shit changing, like they wanted you to stay tuned in. There was no one else to change the channel to, and they still didn't want you to change the channel. Everything had to be quick.
Yeah, I guess we weren't too far removed from all that, huh?
Yeah, no, it's fucking not even a year, right?
Yeah,
Wow,
they fucking WCW goes out of business. They change their name. They lose all their fucking viewers. Like just a downward spiral for a
Dude, it
while.
has only been like a year since WWE.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
and
man,
this is
that's
the
tough.
roster we had. Planet Stasiac.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah. Well, that is it for WWE Monday Night Raw, May 6, 2002, and that is it for our show. Thank you for joining us, everybody. Make sure to check us out on patreon.com/deadlockpw. Thousands of exclusive hours on
All
Patreon
exclusive,
of us
very exclusive
just doing
club.
some bullshit, man. Go watch it and check out our real wrestling company, Deadlock Pro Wrestling. We're coming back to Durham, North Carolina, April 14th. DPWTIX.com. Check out DPWOndemand.com. Check out that brand new friggity goddamn fresh 4K upload of DPW Live 5 that is on there right now. Yes, we goddamn put shit up in 4K, true 4K. Get on that motherfucker. And we will see you next week for another edition of the Deadlock Podcast.
A massive thank you to my members from April 2025. Become a member today under the ★ᴅᴇᴅᴟᴏᴏ membership and request a video today.